really had to dig in, and that part of the game was a real positive in terms of clean sheet. It always gives you a chance against a good Walsall team, but I'm disappointed we didn't win the game.
Having conceded a few sloppy goals of late, how impressed were you with your back four, particularly the centre-back partnership, who seemed to head everything today, didn't they?
Yeah, there was one or two lapses where things were missed, but in general, I thought they did fine. I thought Burgess was outstanding. I thought he was the one that showed composure on the ball as well, which was sadly missing. But clean sheet, and you look for that. That gives you something to build on. But there are other aspects of the game where we need to improve on massively.
You'll be looking, I'm sure, wanting to create more and being more dangerous. The second half difficult to create chances, although their defensive record is excellent, particularly here. Yeah,
listen, you know me, and I've been here 7-8 years. And my philosophy, I've never played for a draw in my life, so I'm a very positive manager, and that's never ever changed. But it's just a case at the moment. I don't know whether it's a lack of confidence or whatever. Just we're lacking that quality. There's no question about that.
Are you still looking to address that in the loan market, possibly?
Yes, we've been looking all week. I think the injuries I've got, Baldwin and Madison, are two big injuries. Obviously, Marcus will still be out another month or so. But we just keep working them and doing all the stuff we do in training with them. But they've got to produce better quality on the ball. I thought our options, when we broke on them, and didn't seem to get us anywhere. So that was a little bit disappointing. But credit to me, we dug in, and it is a hard place to come against some. They've got some good footballers, but I'm never too happy after a drawn game. But obviously, it's better than getting beat.
And that said, you have said on a few occasions this season, if you're not going to win, take the point minimum. And your players haven't always done that, but this afternoon they've taken heed of those words.
Yeah, and it could have been winning. I don't think we deserved to win the game in the sense that we had some chances first half. It should have been. It would have been a penalty if the referee had seen the handball in the last second. It said clear handball, and he said he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because there's one at the other end with Santos that looked quite a clear one. Then at the Walsall end, that looked just as clear, if not clear.
Yeah, I think Santos caught it with the wrong hand, so that's why he didn't give it. They're both penalties for me. Clear penalties, actually. And he says he didn't see it. He seemed to see everything else and stopped the game every 5 minutes. There was a corner. I thought he was poor. I thought the officials were poor.
It got a bit. There's a bit of needle, wasn't there? First few minutes of the second half. A challenge on Cozzy and a few handbags. Anything in that, or just one of those things?
Long way away. Nothing really. Typical handbags, as you say. There was a bad tackle. I thought he missed a lot. The boy at the centre half, Chambers, slipped, but he's caught the ball, and my player's through, and he's not even booked him. And I don't want to see opposition players booked. Don't get me wrong, but I thought he missed a lot, the referee today.
A point could be important as well, because we all know it's 3 league defeats in a row coming into today, so it's stopped that losing sequence, which obviously is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, the clean sheet's a real bonus. But we've got a good run of games now. Games I like, and Swindon, Bristol, Lane Orient, Preston, the cup match, obviously this one as well. So I think it's a run of games against good teams, and those are the games they sort of take care of themselves, I feel.
Are you working hard then to bring someone in before Swindon next week?
Well, we just, we've made inquiries this week, because really I've only got 16 outfield players fit, and one or two things haven't happened this week. So it's not in terms of, it's nothing more than in terms of numbers. I've got 4 out on loan. I've got Madison injured, Baldwin injured. So numbers wise, I've got some youth players that I could use that I brought today, which is fine. More than happy to do that. But I think there's areas that we've looked at that we need to bring in. Obviously, if I continue playing Bozzy in midfield, I've only got 2 centre halves, things like that. So it's not a slight on my players. It's just a case of numbers. But I do think we need to be producing on the ball more quality than what we showed today.
Is Aaron McLean a genuine option? Phil Parkinson said earlier this week you were interested.
Well, Aaron's just basically, I think Bradford want to let him go out on loan, and I think the agents contacted us obviously because he's history with us. I think there's 3 or 4 clubs in for him, so he's one that we could consider, and maybe others. But obviously it's come out, and I don't know why it's come out, but it's come out, and I think we're one of others that have been told he's available. Really, that's what it is, Nick.
Will you explore that anymore, do you think, this week?
Possibly. Possibly. I've not really explored it to a great deal at the moment, I've got to be honest. There's been questions asked and all the rest of it. He's on a big salary there, so that comes into it as well. So we have obviously we have done our homework, and there's one or two players that we feel would improve us. We're always on the lookout for them.
Should ask you about Cozzy as well, because he came back today after nearly 2 months out, got through the 90 minutes. What did you make of his performance?
Did well. I thought he started a little bit sluggishly, and I thought the right winger was causing him problems. But he grew into the game. He took a really bad dead leg, and was struggling at half time. Went to keep him on his feet. But I thought in the main, for his first game for a while, he got through it well, Cos.
And as you say, big games coming up. Swindon on Saturday, a massive one.
Yes, the big one's coming up. You know, Swindon, Bristol. Then obviously we've got the cup match in the box, and Leighton Orient, Preston. So good games, ones to look forward to.
Thanks, Darren.
Thanks, Nick.
Cheers.